Right, hang on. Let's just adjust the microphone here. Okay, I know it's been a while um since, well, let's just address uh, the content. Well, not the content so much as the weird times it's going out. Literally, I film in the morning and then get on with what I've got to do, either as an actor, singer, whatever. And yet, I've still got to upload it and edit it, and so that's why. First of all, we started at 7 o'clock, didn't we, or 7:15? Then it went up to 9 p.m. GMT, and now right, you'll be lucky if you get it before midnight. Okay, I apologize for that. A lot's been happening here at Tenor Towers. We are in the middle of moving. Okay, we've got the house, the new house, which is always a real relief, isn't it? That you're not gonna be made homeless, and so you can see something in the not too distant future. Okay. Um, we're trying to get the deposit because if anyone's moved to uh, 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 a another property, you know that you've got to be out of property one and allow the landlord to look over, make sure that you've not damaged the property before they give your deposit back. So, and we can't wait for that because literally we've got to be out of this house by the 22nd of next month. And what's the 19th of April at the moment. So yeah, time is ticking. Time is ticking along. So we've got to source the new deposit for this new house elsewhere. Okay. The first month I think is going to be very tight for us, but you know, it's life, isn't it? A lot of people, since the pandemic, I've been hearing a lot of stories like this where people aren't settled, that they think they are, and then landlords are selling up now because of interest rates, I believe, on the older mortgages. So that's us. That's us. And I know it doesn't look as though we're moving, but we are. We are. I can't bear to say goodbye to this house. That's why I'm prolonging it. I think it's a me thing. Don't worry. If you are watching, wherever you're watching, TV perhaps, or um, your devices, and if you're able, jump in the comment section. I'm here. Well, obviously, I'm here. By the time it takes me to finish my coffee, that's one vice. I shouldn't be drinking coffee. As there's so many things you shouldn't be doing as singers, and you just think, is it all right if I live? If I take the odd, breath, is that permissible? Um, but I felt really awful, guys, because I pay for this stream. It's a monthly thing from the rad guys at StreamYard, and I forget about it. And so um, there are things that I, as a creator, must do. Okay, uh, certainly once we've moved in, get back onto a regular schedule. Okay, uh, um, because where I am at the moment is I find myself, in the music room, the green room, uh, where all the tenor reactions take place, and I've not got a foggiest about what am I reacting to. Right, what did I do this week? Right, I've done a bit of voice play, home free. Yep. So span that out. Have I done any metal, new metal? And it becomes such a headache, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. So the makeup is temporarily gone. I look quite normal. I'm sorry about I hate it. I mean, I did get my nails done, but all my makeup's packed away. I cannot live out of a box. So what else? Uh yeah, and I really want to start live streaming regular days, regular times. So you guys know when I'm gonna be in front of this webcam. Okay. So I'm just so sorry for how cruddy it's become. It's like everything that I never wanted for myself as a creator. Um, but situation and circumstance being what it is. That's my only excuse. My only excuse. Um, Hi Ricky. Hi there. Er, hey Nat. How you been? Well, apart from rediscovering a new kind, this stress is a particular kind of stress. It's not too much, not too little. It's that mm, where it's the stress that you can't control. I think. Uh, um, it's the weird thing, and I suppose you don't if you didn't know anything about us moving on and you wouldn't necessarily get that from watching my videos because this like gothic, insane little person, long hair, I'm as cray cray as I've always been, you, you know. Um, but it kind of it's unearthing what you consider your roots and your foundations and everything you know. And and I know there are far, far more, in me like whinging on, and I suppose I am whinging on, but there are people in far worse situations than me. Okay, and I need to remind myself of that. I consider myself very lucky that we are going from this place to another house rather than temporary accommodation because I could not do that again. Okay, it pushed my mental health. I have to tell you, to unbelievable. How I managed to come out of that, I'm not sure how. Um, but it was a very, very scary time. Um, thank goth god that I fell in love during that time, and it turned itself around for me. But yeah, I just I just don't like the thought of leaving my sister, because my sister lives right next door to me, and she's so upset that she can't even talk about it, which is gonna make leaving that much harder. Okay, but I mean, I'm only moving 10-15 minutes away, so you know, but it's not like living next door to someone. And we've, in the past 2 years we've been here, 2 years, and we've made so many friends. You know, I temporarily joined a choir until my autism said, "Okay, we're not doing that. Just to let you know, we're not doing." It's people, isn't it? I can't. That's why I can't go into any concerts, music concerts, and like, because it's like people run away very fast. So um, yeah, it seems so much longer than 2 years. I mean, when we were reading through our old tenancy, we've only been here like mad madness. Um, but I suppose the more positive angle is, you know, if we stood still and didn't move, it would be very um it wouldn't be a journey, would it? You know, it would just be stationary, and you wouldn't um embrace uh with a open heart and soul combined new adventures. So that's the way I'm trying to program my head. It's not easy with an autistic head, um, but I'm trying trying to override it and almost think as another person, which, yeah, I'll let you know how that turns out. All right, I've got a coffee to drink. I'm going through your comments as they come through. Hello, Nat. Hello, Stephen. How we how I can't talk tonight. I can sing, but I can't talk. How are you with song requests? I was thinking of requesting anti-war, or yeah, love it. Anti-war protest songs with what's going on in the world right now. Brilliant idea. Brilliant. I have requested Eve of Destruction 2 days ago. Right. Um, I will pop that at the end of my notebook, because I'll address this in just a bit. Me and the comment section. Um, okay, so oh, what I could do, you know what I could do? Never mind writing it down. Let's get with it. Right. So if I screen capture that and then just show it. But if you're only want happy or no, no, not at all, not at all, Stephen. You know, um, I mean, I did get quite a valid actually subscriber asking, "Is there anything you won't react to?" Um, there are a couple of genres that I I don't feel comfortable reacting to. Okay, and I what's the matter with my vowels? It's like as soon as the song's like over, I've got mud trickle in my mouth. I can't swim through it. Um, and you know, because I'm gay and I'm a part of a fantastic community, um, I will not sit through openly homophobic, transphobic, racist, you know, spreading pure hate. But basically, those artists that stand by those morals, morals, uh, um, and I've just got a hateful heart. Okay, I'd rather not if it's all the same to you. Um, so yeah. Um, but um, from that, I don't think there's anything that, yeah, is off the cards. You know, I featured a lot of genres that certainly without YouTube, I don't think I would have got the opportunity to react to. You know, I know we reactors moan all the time about, oh, this has been blocked, oh, that's been blocked, curses. But 90% of the music, you know, that has come through from you guys, I don't think I would have. I was thinking about this the other day. Would I have ever found King Diamond? Would I have ever found Nightwish? Would I have ever found Voice Play, Home Free, Pentatonic? Um, or would I have just been in my own little bubble of singers that I know and adore, like Ella, like Queen, Freddie? Um, you know, that's an open-ended question mark, isn't it? You know, so although we react as like buff with these, not as many as you probably think, record labels or publishing, whatever it is. Um, we're very lucky that you know, we don't get any of the profit, you know, but we are allowed to use the music and the video. They just take, you know, 100%, you know, and largely I'm very happy with that relationship, you know, because it means that, okay, you've not blocked it, you're just taking the money and running. Okay, that's fine. At least I get to share my experience with all you wonderful people out there. Okay. Um. Right. It's by. Right. I'll better screenshot that one. Um. Barry Maguire. Why does that name immediately? Didn't he do something with? Right. Let me just jump on Google. Not to be rude, but right. Um, So he that's the one. Um, uh, didn't he do something with? Yes, yes, he did. He did, because he was friends with. Blimey, he's 88. Uh, um, and he's still active. Uh, um, he was friends with um the Mamas and Papas. I only know that because they featured a shout out in one of their songs. Yeah, it's that one that everyone's getting fat except Mama Cass. I yeah, yeah. um, so sorry, I'm just reading. Wow, he's led such an incredible, interesting life. You know, um, I'm sure I heard a song by Barry on a compilation CD in the car. Yeah, we'll certainly do that. Um, so that one's been scored. Oh, I keep forgetting to like. Sorry. Oh, I better take my tablet. Um, really enjoy your content. Thank you. Your oh, my dyslexia is not gonna definitely comes through, and it's refreshing in the React act world of YouTube. Thank you, Joshua. I try. You know, anyone that's been with the channel probably since COVID days when we were all trapped up together. But the thing was, we were together, so it didn't feel alone in a way. Well, that's the way I felt anyway. I wasn't alone. I had all you amazing people from like all these different countries. It blew my mind, I'll tell you. You know, um, when the channel like first blew up, I wasn't ready because I didn't go in with a game plan. Okay, I was just this weird goth that was classically trained, didn't have a bad voice, but I, I never tried to sell myself. I wanted the boy next door kind of, not boy next door, but you know what I mean. I wanted to be relatable on. I wanted my content to be like we were having a coffee over a tune, a song, and us having a kind of conversation. Oh my god, I love that placement. Oh no, what's he doing? And that's why I keep the pauses in because that's true to um a real conversation, isn't it? You wouldn't you can't edit out the hesitation and you know, and I'm quite you know people often contact me through social media and say, "Are you like that, or is it just for the camera?" No, no, I'm like that. You know, I will scream a top E out of excitement because I can't contain it. And there have been other times when I've been really close to tears. And you know, you see that. because it's real life and it shouldn't, I don't think, be edited out. I can't speak for other um reactors, you know. Um I know that there's a almost produced element that I don't get, but do you? You know, if it's your thing, totally do you. But it's not my thing, you know. And I'm proud that I've been able to withhold my organic self, you know. So my reactions and analyzing videos, you know, may not be the most polished in terms of you know, it's comfortable viewing because I remember at the start, you know, when the channel first started getting the numbers. Oh, some of the things because I wasn't ready for the hate. I didn't think everyone would like me, but I oh my god, some some of the comments were so mean. um I I can't even remember. Um that I mean they're funny now. I can take them now, but when you're not prepared and you're not ready for that kind of horse whipping. Um I was called on more than one occasion cringy. I they couldn't even spell cringy right. Oh my god. Um oh, I remember my first one. I will never forget it because it was a very rare occasion because I'm BBFs with quite a big YouTuber, you know, uh, um, and they said, "Do not answer them. Don't. You're the bigger person. You're supposed to be the bigger." And I thought, okay, right. Again, if you don't know, you don't know, do you? Um, but I remember it's so funny now. Um, are you fucking high? Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation. Now, I don't normally swear, okay, but come on, that's funny. Funny as F. It was all in caps. R, the R, as in R, U, Fuckin. Mm, mm. That's how I took it. I'm a singer. I'll take it. Mm, hi. And they couldn't even spell "high" right. I think because they were so, like, angry, I think, that I was enjoying a piece of music and I was actually showing it. And I didn't have the kind of grace to edit that out, you know. But some comments that I received in the early days were really constructive. You know, no matter how uh, phrased they were, you know, I was told, "Oh, listening to your reactions, it's like listening to music through baked beans." And although it could have been kind of I didn't appreciate, like, all the caps again, what is it with all the caps? This is a library, shh, we're using our in invoices. Um, and that was really helpful. You know, I thought, right, okay. So instead of listening to it through the phone, well, my phone's over there, but uh, um, I should try and sync it up so it's proper audio. Okay, and invest in some earphones. Earphones, another thing, you guys said you'll enjoy the music much more, and it will be a real experience for you if you get some decent cans on your head. And so some really nice constructive criticism. I can take that. I can take that, but how am I supposed to respond? And the amount of religious kind of, you know, 95% of my spam, because YouTube are like red hot on it now, but the spam filter. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's not too late to turn to the Lord, and they're quite graphic as well. But they go into sexual like acts that I mean, I don't blush that easily, but I'm thinking, oh my god, me and Jay like spent an evening like just laughing our heads. But the past 3 years has taught me so much about you, you know um the gift of music, and you know I no one but well I think you guys believe it because I'm still here, aren't I? It is, but I never saw YouTube as a money making sideline. You know, I still work. You know, I'm still an actor. I'm still out there. You know, I still do YouTube because I like it. I'm not saying that I don't get a YouTube check every now and again. Okay, and that's nice. But people that think reactors are like coining it, yeah, I've got a Mercedes. I've got a grand piano, 2 grand pianos upstairs. No. Um, I can tell you actually how much my first YouTube check was. Um, for 3 years work, it was £71 and whatever pence it was. Okay, so and as you don't get anything for the copyright claimed reactions. So really, it's the tenor talks where I'm in front of the camera and I just tell my story. So, but yeah, right. I'm far many years before I'm like driving around in a Mercedes. I don't do it for that. If I did, I wouldn't still be here. I can tell you that because I would have got bored of the chase and I'd be moving on to something else. And that's me just being real with you. Okay. Um, I need to take these tablets. I will get get more onto your comments. Sorry, I do tend to kind of manipulate. That's not even a word, is it? Manipulate. Got too many. Um, right. Okay. Um, It's funny. I love your King Diamond reaction so much. I watch a lot of your reactions also. Thank you. Thank you. That's always a hope. You know, I mean, I'd be a liar if I said, you know, I'm not aware of Nightwish, say, or Floor Jansen getting the numbers in. Okay. And if any reactor says, "Oh no, I, I don't look at the," really, really. But you always kind of, as long as you're the reactors that I don't get. They obviously don't. They've got such a downer on this genre. Let's just say metal, okay? Um, and they are going in with it with the wrong attitude, and they kind of, I'm gonna hate it on sight. And I've said in a couple of reactions that is totally the wrong attitude. That's so unfair on the genre. It reminds me of what my dad used to say. Oh, all metal is just noise. Funnily enough, he said the same about opera. Oh, all opera is yelling out at the top of your range. I said in a supported and controlled way. Oh dear. So Little Richard introducing Otis Redding into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You won't be disappointed. Zero rehearsal, 100. Yes. I will screen capture that because my memory is no memory, as you guys know. Oh, what have I not done? Can you imagine me working in something like an office? Like, no, no, because I'd probably blow up the uh, what's that thing? Photocopy. See, I don't even know. Um, I love to see you react to Ren and Sam Tompkins' Blind Eye. Oh, I'm right. Okay. Yes. Yes. I will certainly take a look at that. Blind Eye at MC Studio. Never heard of them. Ren and Sam Tompkins. Um, wow, yes. Looking forward to that one. Have you thought about doing live reaction jam sessions, just listening to music and chilling, or would copyright be a barrier? Very good question, Ricky. I have, and the last time I did a live reaction, I got a community guideline. No, it wasn't a strike, it was more a warning. That thanks to, I think Sony put that spanner in that in that works. Um, but I am interested in um jamming sessions. Okay. And that's a real thing that is gonna be happening. And when I say pretty soon, I mean like probably next week or the week after. Okay. I am so sick of what's in here controlling what's okay. I've never had much confidence when it comes to selling myself and like, this is me. And like, I've got loads of live recordings of me gigging, you know, uh, and what stopped me, I think, um, was comparing myself all the time to other singers that I admired. Not necessarily big, famous singers, but, just excuse me, YouTube singers that I really admired. And I thought, "Oh, why can't I get past this?" And it wasn't until I found my I call them my golden phrase. So my resonance, okay, my accuracy, and that's to do with that as well, you know, and the ability to listen. Doesn't matter how many times you have to listen, but if you just hear something and, oh, right, let's work. No, you've not. You might have listened to it, but you've not heard it. Okay. And a lot of it is mental. No one's harder on a singer than the singer, and you want to protect your instrument so much that you're so fearful of, y- you know um constantly polishing it like that jewel, that gemstone, that you're polishing it so much that the shine isn't being seen by anyone. So, yeah, I think if you view it as, if you're lucky enough to find a middle ground, a balance, where you are aware, oh, bit pitchy there, right? Why is that then? What am I not doing? Oh, yeah, you need to move above the hum line. You know, so much gorgeous resonance up there, but you don't want to overkill it. So just approach it, and it's kind of a a mapping out situation. Um, but yes, the jam sessions, I just want to approach it a bit like the, you know, first thing in the morning, I sing in the kitchen. It's not a conscious decision. I've always done it. I might hum a few bars. That's really where I do most of my warm ups. You know, a song warm up, not a la 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 la, not that. But if you've noticed, I've been keeping a lot more of me working stuff out in connection with the reactions, because I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not a um produced, perfection, kind of, because we're human. We don't rock and roll like that. So I think I would like to jam. I'd love to actually sing with a band, because there's nothing I not that I don't mind singing with backing backing tracks, but there's something really uplifting, and it sends you to a place when you've got a band with you, band of brothers or band of sisters. You've got each other's back, and so I would really like that to happen for me this this year. You know, I've just got to get over my stage fright. That's what I've got to get over. Because I have stage fright like you would not believe. Okay. Um, Did I answer, just listening to music and chilling or would yeah. So, I'll answer this one, unpack this one very quickly. YouTube's copyright system is it seems like every week that goes by, it gets a bit more sophisticated, you know? Do you remember back in the old days, you could get away with it if you were like, don't laugh at this iPhone. Sorry, but I it was my first iPhone. I've not got the heart to ditch it. You could like play it and then it wouldn't pick it up. It was obviously aware of it, but it wouldn't pick it up as a copyright sound because it was so um almost 1K quality, the old gramophone sound. But now it's like, we recognize that. That's whatever. So if it's gonna pick it up, it's gonna pick it up. So I might as well like give you guys the best audio version. Uh, um, but yeah, I mean, I've kind of given up my like copyright. Okay, is what it is. As I just said earlier on, I just feel privileged that they're allowing me to use whatever. I want to do more independent record labels though. You know, because I think there's so many fantastic bands, vocalists out there that I I was just like going on a independent record label, and I was thinking I have not seen any reactions for this, and you know, um, I mean, in a way, it's fantastic that I mean, independent record labels are our mostly there are ones, but mostly our best buddies. That they see the benefit of reactors. Pushing their artists, pushing their music. Especially if your reaction gets the views. Okay, and it's win-win. I think it's win-win because it's win-win for the artist, the label, and it's win-win for you because you're gonna pick up, you know, hopefully, some potential subscribers who dig what you do. So okay, hopefully I've answered that. I think over polishing is done a lot. Yeah. Um Oh my god, it's gonna talk about auto tune again. Oh my god, please give it up now. Look, humans are not perfect. Okay, we all slide. We all, and that's why I provide like a waveform kind of thing because if you're gonna call me out, at least on my side, I've got evidence. Okay, well, I've not manipulated that. So, I I suppose I have a love-hate relationship with autotune. Um, I I tell you what, I've got a few friends that are members of orchestra, and when it was suggested, let's like auto. Oh my god, the the death stare. It's like, you joking? Because it's everything that they didn't sign up for in training, and it's just ridiculous. My only problem with auto tune is it being used to such a degree that it's not a voice anymore. Okay, it's I don't know what it I don't know what it would be classed as, but it's like it's so it's so kind of oh, it's that tinny kind of. It's got no resonance. It's. I mean, it's so bad. I would probably say if you had a dial tone, okay, and auto tune tone, okay, I would pick the dial tone. It's when like producers and whoever's running the desk kind of that's a human voice, but it's not good enough. I know it's industry standard. I know that. I'm not stupid, but that doesn't mean I have to. I mean, some of it's all right. If it, I've got more time for pitch correction, you know, because every singer's had that day where they just a couple of cents off the benchmark. Okay, I don't mind that. As long as the honesty is there, you know, I you know, I don't mind that. But auto tune is like is the music equivalent to. Do you remember that Homer Simpson sketch where he wanted to be an inventor, uh, eventer, inventor, and he made this hammer that was kind of I don't know what it was, but it kind of did did that, and it went like and Paul Marge is fat. Oh my god, you've just ruined the elf wall because it kind of that's what auto tune reminds me of. It's like so harsh. It's like, but you know, it's the industry standard. Um, but it always shows it up for what it is. I think when you go back to songs from years and years and years ago where it's not present. The only thing that's present is talent and skill and ability to hit those notes. So what if they're slightly sharp? It's the expression in there, and as I've said on plenty of reactions as well, you get that's all diminished as soon as you put auto because it squashes everything down and makes it smaller and like I, so uh, um like US celebrity tea too much is too much. Yeah. Um I'm just thinking of our daytime TV here in Great Britain. Um yeah, it's that daytime teeth white. White. It's like if you ever had a power cut, don't bother with the torches or iPhone torch. Just follow, just follow, just follow the two TV presenters. I don't think. teeth are supposed to be that white, are they? I mean, I've got no chance, have I? You know. Um, when I first wake up, not even out of bed, I randomly sing a random song. Oh my god, yeah. Um, I mean, I don't know if this ever happens to you guys. It certainly happens to me. I don't know whether it's being a singer or there's so much like good songs I've listened to. It's like a filing cabinet, you know. So as soon as I wake up, and I the brain is so complex, you know, because there might not even be a connection. You might not have heard this song in years sometimes, and you're like, and I wake up with it every like morning, and I sometimes it's the start of a song, sometimes it's the middle, sometimes it's even the bridge. And I'm thinking, sometimes I know it, and then I'm thinking, oh, okay, right, okay. And other times it's so like obscure that and it can drive me mad. I'm thinking, oh my god, what is that? And yeah, I love that though. Absolutely. Um Uh, do you write music? No. Um, if you asked me that a couple of weeks ago, my answer would be no. Um, you know, me in theory, it's maths, isn't it? Music is maths, and I sucked at math. Um, I mean, the English language or any other language I can get a grasp on, but for some reason, like, but I really wanted to be, for me, no one else, be this, like, I know you guys don't care. You know, you'd rather take my, you know, takeaway experience and be 100 than, you know, this academic, like, you know, and people like that do exist on the internet, and it's really helpful actually to know that people like that know what they're talking about. I mean, what I know about music, you could probably feel. I'm not academic at all. I understand what I understand, and I know what I know. You know, but I wouldn't mind um having a go at a a song. An original song. Um, I mean, I am a sort of songwriter, because I overanalyze everything, every little thought, every little feeling. I overanalyze it, and that is perfect in a song. You know, Um, I think way too much about things I can't change, but I wish I could. I used to. I don't know if I've ever said this, you know, but I used to write um, a heck of a lot of parody songs, um, and that that fed me because I could be as silly as I wanted, and there was still the art of writing. writing. I might pick that back up, but I would definitely like the opportunity of writing an original song. Um, even if it's just the songwriting part and I pay someone to kind of figure out the arrangement, you know. But I'm really getting into my scales at the moment as well. So, diminish. Don't even start with my love affair for the diminish. Um, pentatonic, that scale. Oh my god, that drives me. It's such a happy, happy spot. I've always loved the sevenths. Okay, I explained them as a cuddle. I don't know what Jacob is. What's that to? Du-du-du, du-du-du, du-du-du-du, du-du. I can't. Yes. Okay. Or now again. This one's a very good one. I could do that. Um, compose vocal pieces. I would like that opportunity. Um, explore different colors and textures to what my voice has to offer. Because you know, people see tenor acts and automatically, I suppose it's not. It, it's got a bit of it is valid why people would jump to the conclusion, oh, opera singer reacts to tenor, because the voice types are for classical clarification. I thought I was gonna like totally die on my feet on that one. Um and yeah, um but it's good to know whatever genre you're in, the boundaries, because you've also so tenors can sing up to top C. I'm yet to meet a tenor that has not got an extended range. You know, up or down. I mean, my lowest note is F2. Do I sing down there? Not really, not these days. But it goes on my vocal CV kind of thing. You know, any actors in the house will understand what I mean. You've got to list your your doable and singable ranges and speaking ranges, and it's very um helpful to know that from a casting director's point of view, you know, and then they can work with the character. But yeah, I would love to just kind of uh step outside my comfort zone now and again. um I've gone back to classical pieces. Well, not pieces as such, but more of a classical sound. When I say I'm not talking about opera at all. It's you know how old musical theatre shows used to sound? Very legit. It was very riding on that vibrato. So songs like Oklahoma from the show Oklahoma and Showboat, Carousel, they were very legit, you know. But at the same time, I'm bouncing between different, sounds all the time. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it exciting. Not only from my point of view as the person behind the instrument, but also for my potential fan base that are gonna buy into my brand and sound. You know, you always want to be switching it up and like providing something different. You know, and yeah, so that's why I'm jazz is so exciting to me. You know, I've been told by you know a professional jazz singer that you know, where have you been? But Jazz had to find me, in a kind of twisted and shake way. I mean, there are some genres that I look at and I think I would, I don't get you, and I know full well that you don't get me. Okay, and then you can move on. You know, no hard feelings. Let's move on. Let's find your perfect fit. You know, Jazz has done that for me. Um, the stuff that I do when I'm not quite opera, I'm somewhere like legit. Do that. I love old musicals and to sing old musicals, and it seems to suit my voice. Uh, um, and I've not done rock in years. I kind of started it, and then the band that I was with disbanded just before COVID, actually, and we all went our separate ways, which was a real shame because they kicked some serious ass. Okay, I mean, just watching them like rehearse, it was like, don't stop ever. The rhythm kind of, oh, I love it. I love it. Parody songs you have to share now. You've said that, yeah, I know. I've dug my own grave there, haven't I? It's writing and not everyone. Yeah, very true. Very true. You need that um creative side to actually put pen to paper. The trouble with me is I've such a creative space up there. So many ideas. So I have to quickly get them down, and then I can like, right, that don't make any sense. Well, it might do in verse two. So it's building up the story, the narrative. Okay. That's the part of songwriting that I enjoy, you know. I will kind of um it was it was based on the music, All That Bass, or what was it? You know I'm all about the bass, no trouble. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. You know the one, Um, and I got to thinking it would be so funny if me as a tenor sang that. I'm not a bass. I'm not a bass. I like treble. I'm perfectly okay being like, but also really loving the bass voice and like mentioning like famous bass singers like Barry White. I'm not Barry White. I can't hit a low, and I don't know what happened to it. I really do not know what happened to that. I know it wasn't completed. Um and yeah, I really want to pick that back up and play with that because I think that would go down well on the channel. But I understand vocal range, but it's very different from actually singing. How did you find your singing voice, if that makes sense? Yep. And by the way, this is going to be the last one that I answer tonight because Joe's just about to serve uh, dinner. Okay. If you think of a vocal range as your playing field, okay. So every singer has a range. Like a speaking range. Okay. Now, mine is quite because I can like when I get excited, well, you guys have probably seen those reactions where I'm hitting top C's, D's, C's, but that doesn't necessarily mean I can sing up there. I can, but and that's a nice transition to um how uh did I find my singing voice? Well, I was an actor, voice actor, impressionist way before I, you know, felt I might want to take a risk on a singing career because it is a risk. There is no um you can go with all the confidence in the world, but there's no guarantee that on the other side of your training, you are going to be able to. You hope and and you practice and you train while at home, ready for your next lesson, but there's no guarantee. Okay, so it's that belief. Um, but um, I always had a high voice, so much so I used to get teased about it at school. You know, um, and my my larynx didn't properly. Um, I can't remember what they said about my larynx, but it didn't properly develop. I mean, I've not had to have surgery or anything, but at the age I was, I shouldn't still be able to hit the boyish notes that I was hitting. I mean, I was in no discomfort. I was having the time of my life. But so let's go back to um I always loved the idea, or I mean, I was classed as the class clown at school. You know, I collected voices pretty much like someone else collects, you know, stamps, key rings, and all started like on TV. It might be a TV commercial or a show, and I'm thinking, and I would play it back in my head, would not vocalize, but and then I thought, okay, and then I started, quite easily doing cartoon characters like Witch Hazel, Bugs Bunny, and like she's hilarious. And out of all the voices that I do, I'm more. It's I can grasp more easily a feminine voice. You know, I do Mrs. Doubtfire. That's quite well, not easy, but it's not the hardest voice because I'm half Scottish, so I have that like built in, I suppose. um I I've done like posh people, you know rounding the vowels off. So when it came to singing and having classical training before I met Rachel, my second vocal coach, I had several great years with my first singing teacher, Christine Hubbard. She was a international soprano, and she uh, she said It's very interesting the way you speak. Not that I was posh. I wasn't posh, but and you might have noticed it in the odd reaction. Like, I just go into that rounding of vowels, and then I catch myself. Oh no, about, it's so, and so on that side of the fence, it wasn't that difficult to transpose or transfer rather, that side of doing voices. Oh, oh, it's and I love it. I love it so much because it feels quite natural. It doesn't feel as though, because I can bounce between several different voices all at once. Sometimes the script demands that of you. You know, it's less studio time. If you're able to, do it in one take or two takes, less studio time. You know, uh, um, but so when I thought, I mean, let me just say, before training up, I sounded awful. I had no tone, I had no pitch. I was constantly below the pitch. And I used to like no 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 to find the pitch, and I didn't know what because I wasn't listening. So I mean, that's what good training and belief does for you. Surround yourself with the right people, your people, people that are going to tear you down, people that are going to like not be on your team. Okay. You know where the door is, they know where the door is. They're not your people. Okay. And I discovered that a long time ago. You don't need toxic people in in your life because they're going to bring you down. Okay. Uh, um, but I will answer this one, which has been raised. One of those questions, kind of, where where did you learn to sing high? Okay. Um, it wasn't. I know this isn't what you want to hear because it's not really an answer, but I've just always been able to hit certain notes above an A. Um, but when I think about it, I always had a really strong head mix voice because I always I was always in that kind of range anyway. You know, my voice didn't properly like sound like a guy, a bloke's voice until I was in my 30s. Can you imagine having this high squeaky voice still in your like mid late 20s? You know, I but I liked it. So when it came to um deciding, right, I'm gonna chase this dream. I like music. I don't know whether I'll be any good at it, but it's worth me pursuing because it's a dream. You should always pursue a dream. Okay. Uh, um, and out of all my range, I had no low notes. I had very little mix. the middle voice, which combines the chest voice and the head voice. And the higher you go, the more chest voice you lose. Okay. Um, and I only really had a very light no chest voice mix. So from F4. Okay, so it it didn't have any chest resonance. It was it was really unsupported. I didn't understand about the diaphragm. I didn't understand about anything about mixing the you know I didn't understand anything, but I had a very strong head voice, which is ridiculous because you can't sing a whole song. Well, maybe you can, but it becomes like annoying after. Um, and let me tell you, I've had to spend. I mean, I've been in training for 15 years, 15, 20 years, probably. And I didn't think I would find my voice. There was some really low, depressing points where I'm thinking, am I just wasting my money? Because nothing was exciting me. Nothing was like the resonance didn't come straight away. The tone didn't come straight away. The classical ping, you know, that classical singers depend on. You know that the resonant a ring ping didn't come straight away. So it did. My most certainly was not a uh, um, natural singer. I didn't out come out of my mother's womb, with this Broadway like. I was quite shy about singing because I constantly was told you sound tone deaf, and that when I hear other people, I pull them up straight away. Don't you dare tell a child that they sound that never leaves a child. And then the child uh, grows up into a teenager and then early adult. Stuff like that is so traumatic, and it sticks with you, doesn't it? So yeah, I do want, in conclusion, I feel like this is like legal talk now. In conclusion, my lord, in conclusion, I am excited to be pumping some music out for you guys. Um, I think you guys watch the videos, and it's often been said actually, not that you don't believe that I'm a singer, because I think that's pretty obvious. uh, um, and but there does seem to be, or if he's a singer, why isn't he promoting his music? I would have thought this would have been the ideal platform. So yeah, um, me and my vocal coach are working on an album actually. You know, but I will do jam sessions and just to get my voice out there. So thank you. This has been such a nice hangout. You know, didn't plan any of it tonight, but then I thought, oh my god, it's been an age since I last did a live stream. What's going on? So thank you guys so much for spending a bit of your night with me tonight. Um, expect some reactions over the weekend. Okay, I've got a lot to produce. Well, not produce, but edit down. They're all on the computer, so looking for that. I've got a few of your suggestions from tonight's live stream, so that'll be next week. And so thank you so much. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.